So I brought up OGZ and like that, like stuff like that. What do you think about like Latinos using the N word in their music or and their vocabulary?
So I'm against it. I'm against it because we never grew up in that environment.
No,
right?
yeah.
You mentioned New York.
Yeah.
I think the melting pot of New York is a lot different, bro.
No, yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like if you grow up in a project that's 98%, 99% black, and you grow up in a black community with, you learn everything. You're just part of that culture. You're part of that community. That's why sometimes I see that being more valid. Yeah. But we don't live like that in California. You feel me?
So like people in LA, you don't think they're able to, I mean, they grew up in like, I mean, maybe where we're at, not really, but down there, it's like, I wouldn't say as crazy as New York, like hip hop sense, but
it's just, there wouldn't be as many.
Yeah. Yeah, right? I feel that.
Because, besides a few other different things that divide us, it's really, as far as hip hop and as far as that word, again, the communities over there are different than the California community,
Yeah.
And just even the radius of how you live and where you live is very different to those communities. So looking at that, I don't agree with it. Yeah. I don't think if you didn't say that word and learn that word like an African American would have, you shouldn't say it.
Okay.
Right? Because what it holds when you say it is very different.
Yeah.
Right? And that changes the whole thing, the whole word and the whole usage of it.
And I'm glad you brought up the New York thing because I've heard it been like debated, and a lot of those people that are Latino out there that do say the word, they're Afro Latino, and that's their excuse.
It's different, bro. Yeah. Because again, like they're in some way they root back to being African American. You feel me? And it's that's the difference, right? And I think we know, bro. I mean, when I hear it being used, and it's a Mexican person or a Latino using it, I can definitely tell.
Yeah. Is it like a turn off? Is it something that you use like I can't listen to this?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to know. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people like you,
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get that Zen feature, you already know.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned features because that leads to the next question. I was listening to do this interview. I obviously had to go back and do some research, listen to your music. More than I have my favorite songs by you, favorite projects by you, but I had to go listen to the stuff that I hadn't listened to, or like the older stuff and some of the newer stuff. He mentioned features. I know there's a song that you did with, what's his name? Dope Poet? Is this Dope Poet? Is that how it's...
Dao Poeta?
Dao Poeta.
Yeah, Dao Poeta, yeah.
You said something about you don't do many features because you don't like many rappers.
Yeah. What
is it about rappers that you don't like?
I mean, I think... It's a weird environment, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why I'm not. I don't feel like I'm your typical rapper.
No,
right?
Definitely not.
You know what I mean?